Hello my sweet reader friends, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video and welcome to a new beautiful day. I cannot even explain to you how excited I am to film this video. So over the last like 2 or so years, I have become like a die-hard Harry Potter fan. I mean, I grew up watching the movies. I never actually read the book series until I think a year and a half ago. I think especially after reading the book series, I became just so enthralled. Is that the right word? I don't even know like the correct words to describe like my love for this world and these characters and the story. And every single time I just feel like I want to put on like a comfort movie, I put on Harry Potter. So the other day I was thinking about like creative fun videos to do, and I was like, what is something that I could do that I haven't really seen before? Something that would be like cozy and fall related. And then of course I started thinking about Harry Potter, and then I was like, oh, you know what, I wonder like what books Harry Potter characters would like to read. And then I like semi-recently took my like Hogwarts house test to see like where I landed, I guess, and I'm a Hufflepuff. So then thinking about like fun Harry Potter themed videos to do, and then I was like, oh my gosh, wait, what if I read books that like a Hufflepuff would read? So I went to our good old friend ChatGPT and I typed in what books would a Hufflepuff read, and it gave me this fun little list of books that kind of fit the Hufflepuff vibe or have certain characteristics that fit the Hufflepuff house. And I will say ChatGPT did a pretty good job, because I feel like the books that they recommended, a lot of them are ones that I've either had on my TBR for a while or ones that I actually physically have, or even some I've already read. So they gave me a couple different genres, I guess I would say. We have a heartwarming fiction section, we have a fantasy with heart section, cozy mysteries, inspiring nonfiction, and children's and young adult books. Naturally, I gravitated more towards the fantasy with a heart and the heartwarming fiction. So let's just start with what ChatGPT first said. So they replied with Hufflepuffs value kindness, loyalty, and hard work. So books that embody these traits or feature stories centered around friendship, resilience, and hope would likely appeal to them. Here are some books that a Hufflepuff might enjoy. So we've got Anne of Green Gables, House in the Cerulean Sea, which I actually have already read. We have Wonder, Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society, which I did look that up and it looks pretty funny. And then A Man Called Ove, or Ove, which I actually do have on my shelf. And then we have Howl's Moving Castle, The Night Circus, Stardust, The Hobbit, Good Omens. And then we have our cozy mystery, inspiring nonfiction, and children's and young adult books, which I won't really get into any of those because I don't think I'm gonna read those ones. So some of the more popular Hufflepuff characters are, I believe, Professor Sprout, and then Newt from Fantastic Beasts, and Nymphadora Tonks. So as ChatGPT said, Hufflepuffs value fairness, friendship, they're loyal, hardworking, dedicated, patient, fair play. Hufflepuffs were known to have a strong moral code and a sense of right and wrong. Hufflepuffs were usually accepting of everyone. And they are very earthy as well. So they are more your botanists, your plant people, all that kind of stuff, which very obviously is me. So going back to the books that ChatGPT recommended, like I said, I do have some of these on my shelf right now. So the first one that I'm going to be reading for this video is Howl's Moving Castle, and this is actually my Patreon book club pick for November, so this actually worked out perfectly. And this is a book that I've been wanting to read for so long, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to pick it up, but I'm glad I'm finally doing it. ChatGPT says this whimsical fantasy novel features a young woman named Sophie who is cursed to look like an old woman. It explores themes of courage, friendship, and inner beauty, making it perfect for Hufflepuffs. So I'm going to get started reading this book, and I will update you with my thoughts soon. The lighting is so weird in here because my blinds. Is that better? I feel like that's worse. Anyway, I'm gonna go to either a coffee shop or Barnes & Noble right now. I don't know which one, but I'm going to go and read a big chunk of Howl's Moving Castle. But I wanted to show my outfit because I just thrifted the sweater and I was so excited about it. So I have this cute little sweater and then my overalls, and I have this little tank top from Brandy Melville that has a cute little bow. Yeah, feeling very like grandma, and I'm actually loving it. It was funny too because the other day I was thrifting again, well, just like trying to find stuff. I didn't actually buy anything the other day, but I saw this same sweater at a different thrift store, but it was too small for me. And I was so sad because I love this sweater so much. And then I went to a different thrift store yesterday and I found this one. Bless, that was definitely the Lord. Oh my gosh, and I kind of I mean, it doesn't really match, but like it kind of matches. So I'm gonna head out to Barnes & Noble or a coffee shop. I don't know, I'll figure it out and then update you guys in a little bit. I read a little bit more last night and then I read some this morning, but I got to page 186 in Howl's Moving Castle. To be completely honest, I'm so bored with this book right now. I'm like trying, and I don't know if it's like because of the mood I'm in or if I'm just not a middle grade person, but I'm about halfway through the book, nearly 200 pages in, and I am just skimming like most of this book. I will say like it is cute and it is like pretty magical, but I think it's just, I would say this is a good book for its intended audience. This would be a great book for like 10 to 12-year-olds, but for me, I just feel like it's all like very surface level and I'm not really getting like the relationship, well yet. I know that we still have like 200 pages left and I'm sure that like the relationships and the whole like friendship and loyalty and like all that stuff will come later, but I don't know, I'm just like not really caring about this book so far. Like I said, I feel like it's all very surface level, like it just feels like a bunch of random events and sentences that are strung together. I don't feel like a lot of this has very much purpose to it. I think the characters are really fun and like the story and the world itself is fun, but it's just not, it's not quite hitting for me. I am going to continue reading though because I am reading it very quickly. So I'm probably going to read another like 50 to 100 pages right now and then hopefully finish it by the end of the day. I don't really want to like force myself to read the rest of those. So if I read another 100 pages and I'm still feeling the same way, I might just put it down and pick up my next book for this video and then pick this one up after that one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think I'm gonna DNF this book. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I'm lost. There's too many things going on. I'm on page 270, so I think I've gotten around another like 100 pages or so from the last time I updated you guys. And I just feel the same way. I'm bored. I really don't care about this story like at all. It's not a bad book. Like I feel like if I was 12, I would totally eat this up. But right now, no, not working for me, not working for my brain. And I know some people are like super against DNFing books, like DNF, straight to jail. But me, I have way too many books on my physical TBR to spend procrastinated and prolonged time on a book that I really don't care about. I just feel like it was kind of getting hard to like follow what was happening. Like we're trying to figure out why the witch turned Sophie into this old lady. We're also trying to break some kind of contract between the fire demon and Howl. And we are also trying to find like some lost sorcerer or like magician of some sort. There's just like too many things. I don't understand how they all have anything to do with each other. And I'm sure like at some point in the story, it'll all like add up and maybe it won't. I don't know. But if I read nearly 300 pages and I just still don't really care about the story, it's not worth finishing. Am I going to give this book to my younger siblings to enjoy? Absolutely. Am I going to finish this book? No. So that's that. I'm not gonna rate it, obviously, because I didn't finish it. I know that this is like a bookish hot take for me because I'm aware that this book is a very beloved book amongst the middle grade fantasy genre, but it just was not, it just didn't work for me. So now that that's done, I have A Man Called Uva. I found out it's Uva, not Ove or Obe. At least in the audiobook they say Uva, so I think that's like the correct way of saying his name. But we have that, or we have The Night Circus, and I actually did start A Man Called Uva on audiobook the other day, and I got about 5 chapters in, which is about 36 pages. So I think I'm going to continue this book, because so far I'm really enjoying it. I just love a good story about grumpy old people. Maybe it's because of my background working in nursing homes. I don't know. But there's just something so entertaining and wholesome about grumpy old people, especially if it's a story about like them opening up and like finding tender relationships, you know? So I'm going to continue with this book and I will update you guys in a little bit with my thoughts. You guys want to hear some freaking BS? This is how far I got into my beanie before I ran out of yarn and I went to the store and they don't make the same yarn anymore. So I made this entire thing and now I can't finish it. So I had to start over. So this is how far I got into my new beanie. I don't know why, but I'm really loving this like multicolor yarn. I just think it's really fun because as a beanie, I could probably wear it with a lot of different things since it has a lot of different colors in it. I don't know. We'll see if it actually like turns out semi-decently well. But anyway, I got about, wait, wrong book. Where's my book? I got about 180 86 pages into A Man Called Uva. So far, I'm actually really enjoying it. It is a little bit confusing because it goes like in alternating timelines. So we're following Uva in like the present time, and then we're also following like him and his wife's story like way back when and kind of throughout the years. But they don't specify when we're in each timeline. So as we're reading the chapter, I just kind of have to like pick up on like where we're at time-wise. So that was kind of throwing me off for the first like decent chunk. I'm like almost 60% of the way through this book right now. So I kind of like, I can now pick up on and like understand when we're in each different timeline. So far, this book just kind of feels like a warm hug. I will say it's not bringing out as much emotion yet as I thought it would. I mean, like, it's cute, it's fun, but it's definitely not like anything super crazy or anything that I feel like is going to seriously stick with me. I wanna cry! I will say it's really sweet to see him kind of like, not softening, but he's like internally softening, but externally he's still like this cold, hard, grumpy old man. I also think it's super cute the way that his neighbor, I forgot her name, but she's like just very stubborn, but also very like to the point and not afraid to like speak her mind, I guess. Because like when they were first kind of like getting introduced to each other, she was like, "Are you always this unfriendly?" And he's like, "I'm not unfriendly." And I don't know, just like their interactions I feel like are so fun because you know that they care about each other. Dude, why do I look so bad? Good morning. It's almost 7, or I guess 6:45. This morning I'm gonna go finish A Man Called Uva. I'm gonna go to a coffee shop because I feel like if I stay home, I'm just gonna keep getting distracted. I filmed an entire update clip and I brought the wrong cord for my microphone, so I had no sound in that clip. So that sucked, but I guess I'll just like redo my update. At the coffee shop, I got another like, I don't know, chunk read. So now I'm on page 247, so I have a little bit under 100 pages left until I'm done with the book. I'm definitely getting more emotional. It's definitely tugging at my heartstrings a little bit. Through this book, we are like simultaneously seeing kind of like how Uva got to this place of being like this really grumpy, cold, hard old man, while also seeing him like unbecoming that man. So it's very interesting to like compare and contrast like when it started and kind of like when it's ending, I guess. I definitely like feel for our characters a lot. And like I said earlier, these characters and like this story just does feel like a big warm hug. I will say that this book doesn't really have a plot. It's definitely like, I want to keep saying like a character study, but I don't know if that's the correct word, but it is just pretty much like learning about this character's life and relationships. And as much as I love books like this, I do definitely get bored. So I've had to kind of go between listening to the audiobook and reading the physical copy, because there are times where I'm just like, I love these characters and I love the conversations and I love learning about their lives and whatnot, but I feel like with books like this, I still need a plot. I still need like something that we're working towards or something that is like a problem solution. Like I need something, or else these books are just kind of harder for me to get through. Although they are very heartwarming, very cozy, I just get bored. I get bored. I can't help that my brain works this way. Will I pick up other Frederick Bachman books? Maybe? You know what, actually, I feel like definitely, I'll definitely pick up other books by him, but I feel like I would just have to really be in the mood for something slow and cozy, or else I will probably not enjoy it as much. And right now I just don't feel like I'm really in the mood for something like slow and cozy, so it's kind of hard, and I'm like trying not to let my mood cloud my judgment of this book, but I am like, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm gonna get this last 100 pages read and then update you guys with my final thoughts very soon. I told myself that I wasn't gonna cry in this book, and I didn't think I was, but I have to be honest, that last chapter, that epilogue, it got me. It got me. I don't know, I think I'm gonna rate this book 4 stars, but I'm like on the verge of 4 and like 4.5. So maybe a 4.25? I don't think it is a 5-star because there were like points in this book where I was just kind of bored and I just didn't really like feel like those chapters really added anything to the story. It's kind of just like filler pages. Like I understood the point of telling him and his wife's like whole story and like kind of how like what that had to do with like the present time. But there was also just some times where I was just like, I don't feel like this matters, you know? This book has a very strong like found family trope, I guess I would say. It's very much like opening your heart up and realizing that like life is really worth living. The things that make life worth living are your relationships and your purpose and community, friends, family. And I just thought that it was so sweet. I think also, like I said earlier, if I was in the mood for something more like slow and more like character focused, I probably would have given it like a 4.5, 4.75, but just because like I kept getting bored and I feel like I was kind of like having to skim through some things. It wasn't like 5-star feeling, but I can definitely see how this is a very like beloved book because it is just absolutely adorable. I did like how this book was funny. Like I was giggling throughout a lot of this book, and I feel like when books have a really good balance between like funny, emotional, like having depth, I think that makes a really good balance in a book. So I was very pleasantly surprised. I feel like honestly this book probably could have been like 50 or so pages less. But overall, yeah, I had a good time with it and that was adorable. I can definitely understand how that would be a book for Hufflepuffs because it does center around, you know, friendship and relationships and just the like ooey gooey feelings and things and like loyalty and compassion, empathy. So I definitely feel like that was a good recommendation for Hufflepuffs. Now though, I really want to watch the movie. I've been wanting to watch the movie for a long time, like ever since it came out, but I always told myself I was going to read the book before I watched the movie. And now that I've read the book, I'm gonna go watch the movie. I just went to Whole Foods and I got some stuff for dinner tonight because I needed to go for my popcorn. Can't have movie night without my popcorn. I'm making a salad for dinner and I got this really yummy, it's a marinade, but I think it can be used as a dressing as well, but it's honey, soy, ginger, so I'm doing a little like Asian style salad. Then I'm going to put on a man called Uva, and then we are going to have a fun little movie night. One time I found what was it, a caterpillar? I think it was a caterpillar in my salad, so now every single time I get a salad bowl like this, I'm terrified that there's gonna be a huge bug. It was like that big. The last time I got a package of salad like this, it literally had a massive, I don't even know if it was a caterpillar, it was some kind of squishy bug, but it was like this big, I swear. So now I have to like inspect my lettuce. No creepy crawlies thus far. So in my little salad, I did my lettuce, of course, as the base. And I also put cucumber, pear, avocado, and then I had some chicken from last night that I just chopped up and threw in there. And it looks so good. Ooh. It looks so good. The thing though is that I like to mix up my salads, but I need one of those mixing bowls that has the thing in the middle where you can like spin it. Because otherwise I have to get like 2 bowls, and then that dressing's pretty good. Marinade dressing, whatever it is. It's pretty good. I feel like I definitely could have made something like that at home, but I don't know if I have all the ingredients and I don't really want to look up what that all entails. Okay, movie is starting. Thoughts beforehand. I don't know. Danny says he's seen it before and says it's really good, so my expectations are high. I also feel like since I just read the book, I genuinely actually don't even remember like a lot of what happened in the book, so I feel like I might be pleasantly surprised. Tom Hanks though, I feel like would play a great Uva, but apparently in the movie it's Otto. I don't know, I still don't know why they changed the name. I'd be curious to look that up and see why they did that. I feel like it's gonna be good though. I feel like I might cry. I'm excited. He's so funny. He plays him so well. This is like exactly how I had pictured him in my head. He's so funny. I'm already gonna cry. I'm just thinking about like if you died. Oh no.
You can't think of that song.
I'm not okay.
I'll take care of it. What are you doing? Put that down.
I'm unwell. I'm unwell. That was so sweet. It was so good. I cried so much. I think I definitely like the movie better than the book. I think also just like with books like that and with stories like this, I feel like visually they just like hit a lot harder sometimes. I don't know, but I just thought it was done so well. That was fun. I haven't like read a book and watched the movie like immediately after in a while, so maybe I'll do a video where I like read the books and then like watch the TV or movie adaptations like right after. I feel like that would be a fun video. But anyway, now that I'm done with the book and done with the movie, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I thought this was such a fun idea and I would love to do this maybe in like a series where I read more of the books that ChatGPT recommended, because I'm very curious now like what I'll think about the other books in this list. Let me know down below what Harry Potter house you are in, and also let me know if you go onto like ChatGPT and see what books are for like your specific house. Let me know what books there are, because I'd be really interested to see like what ChatGPT recommends for like all the other houses. Also leave a little wizard or a wand emoji down below if you made it to the end of the video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here and supporting me, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!